What up, YouTube? Quinn here, back with another video. Welcome to Quinn Space episode 3. This is called the prank act at school. Happy April Fool's Day to everyone. I see you guys out there, so make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn notifications on to update all the videos. With that being said, comment April Fool's Day or comment April 1st for a shout out in the next video. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's get it. This is called the prank act at school once again. By yours truly. Hello there, my name is Madeline Hamilton, and I'm the star prankster queen at Thomas Berry High School, right here in the heart of Texas. Love doing pranks, whether that is prank my principal, Sherman, or a random classmate in my class. My peers and I seem to think it was funny as hell. To start off, let's go back a few years ago, where my homie Diego introduced me to the world of pranks on YouTube. We were sitting off board, off our asses. Then he told me this. Yo, Maddie, check this out. He said, pointed at a video that appeared on his laptop. A few minutes into the video, we started busting out laughing. The video had been this kid sticking glue into his principal's chair. And then when the principal sat on it, he couldn't move and started wailing and spreading his arms out for help. That's when my brain came up with the most genius plan ever known to mankind. Yo, Diego, I think we should do this type of thing at school. That'd be a hell of funny joke, and not only get the principal to lose his mind, but the others who I prank as well. Bet you I will go viral off just as well as this kid did right here. I mean, look at it. The video surpassed 1 million views on YouTube, and this came out 2 years ago. I don't see why not to explore something like this and put our little twist on it. What do you think? I asked him. Shoot, Maddie, if you want to go for it, go for it. I got some prank stuff in my house that we could definitely try out for these pranks. One prank should put off right away is that you pour ice bucket on that bully cheerleader Maxine as she's getting ready for practice. Make sure to hide her belongings when she enters the cheerleader's locker room shower so she won't know where they are. Once that happens, you get the bucket and pour it on her. That's definitely going to be a viral hit on YouTube for sure, he says. That's true. Maybe I can grab a bucket from the janitor's closet after school is done with, and then sneak over to school gymnasium and fill the bucket by the locker room without being detected, because from what I heard, she's usually the last one out anyways, because she loves to care so much about how she looks. That's when I will execute her plan, and she won't even know what hit her. I said, laughing mechanically like a supervillain out of a comic book. So that day, Diego and I drew a diagram of how this prank was going to go down. So the next day, after the bell rang for our final class, Diego and I blended with the crowd heading home. For our attention, we stalked off to the school's gymnasium and then went to the nearest janitor's closet. And fortunately for us, the door was unlocked and the janitor was not in sight. We waited about 10 to 15 minutes till cheerleaders got ready for their practice, which usually started from 4 p.m. till around 6 or 6:30 in the evening. The exception of the football games, which required them to be there close to 11 p.m. depending on how long the football game was. After the second to last cheerleader exited the showers and headed onto the field for practice, Diego handed me the bucket of ice. Without detection, I approached the shower that Maxine was in. You could tell it was actually her because of the song she was singing in the shower with. Thankfully, the school's rules included not recording the locker room because it would not only be weird, but it would spoil and ruin the prank that we're going to pull off. While he handed me a bucket, a hidden camera on my shirt. He put a hidden camera on my shirt. I recorded this whole thing. For YouTube. My channel is called Maddie's Joke Playground. Without a moment to lose, I used a stool that was ironically next to the shower she was in. So at that point, with the evil grin on my face, I poured a bucket of ice on her head and quickly jolted for the exit with Diego as we hastily darted to leave campus grounds. Him and I ran quickly without looking back over our shoulders to the nearby park and tried to act like we didn't commit this funny-ass prank on her tail. We had laughed out the matter we watched the footage that the hand camera on my shirt had this recorded. Shortly after the park, we had grabbed some food and began looking up more prank ideas that we wanted to prank on others.
What up, YouTube? Quinn Mark here to give you guys a little announcement. Season 2 of Quinn Mark Explains is coming up soon, so if y'all know anyone that can do animations, or y'all know how to do animations, I'll leave my email in the links below for you guys as well. The deadline's coming up soon, so I'll leave that in the description box for you guys below as well. So this is my boy Quinn Mark. Leave those animations, guys. Thank you for this little special short announcement.
The next target came for the idea where this whole prank role that I was just introduced to came from. The glue from Principal Sherman's chair that he loved being in during most of the school day. We had our supplies and we needed to pull this off, and it seemed super bulletproof. Later that night, I had told my mom that Diego and I had a large school project that we had to get done by the end of the week. Little did she know that I had lied about the whole thing. Unlike the other parents who entrusted choosing one places past 8 p.m., my mom seemed fine by the idea. She told me to pack an extra pair of clothes so I could at least be fresh by morning time without having to worry what I had just wore today. After we ate dinner, Diego and I headed down to the school to execute the plan. Lucky for us, I had a bobby pin in my hair and I took it to unlock the school's back entranceway. Good thing the janitor hadn't been around to fix the camera yet. He's been here a long time, and I think sometimes he tends to forget the task at hand. I still wonder how he kept this job so long without being laid off or even fired. Without hesitation, Diego and I had snuck inside quickly. The principal's office was just down the hall on the right side, and it was clear as day because the door had the worst principal office right on it, as its gold lettering that had glowed in the dark, which was a badass thing that the principal had invested his money in. I had used the same exact bobby pin to open the back entranceway to open the principal's door. Diego and I gazed in amazement upon the principal's office about everything in here, Diego and I gazed in amazement upon the principal's office about everything in here, from getting keys to the city from our beloved mayor to all the accolades and reviews that he had posted on his wall. I took a bottle of Elmer's glue that I had in my backpack from arts and crafts in 6th period. I poured it and started pouring some into the chair. I rubbed it with a glove that I had on so my hands won't get sticky and gooey over my fresh nails I did on Monday. 5 minutes after pouring the glue and rubbing it so it won't get noticed on, Diego and I stared at the beautiful prank masterpiece that we had just made. After we had laughed our asses up and then imagined that our principal chairman is going to react, We had locked his door like nothing ever happened. We made our sweet escape by his house. On the way there, Diego handed me a lighter so I could destroy the glove I used to glue Principal Sherman's chair and quickly doused evidence with some water I was drinking earlier. Next morning, Diego and I started getting ready for school. We had ate cereal so quickly as possible so we could have front row seats to the Principal Sherman's reaction to the chair being glued. He arrived before school started. He gave us some morning announcements to prepare for the day. The time was 7:30. The principal had just pulled into campus grounds, waving at us sincerely like he would do any morning. This morning was not the usual morning he would expect, though. He was in for a rude awakening. Diego and I told our friends what we had planned and what we just pulled off and how it went down. We had 15 minutes and then you could literally hear the principal screech his lungs through the whole school entranceway. He began ranting and getting very pissed off and said, "What in tarnation? What the hell? Who the hell put glue in my chair?" he said, with the chair glued to his rear. All the others began laughing hysterically, and our group had been in literal cheers of laughter. No one but our group, knew who the real perpetrators were, but we had our code of never snitch on anybody, and no matter how desperate the case had been, we had when I found who did this, you will get a huge suspension on your record, he said, turning red in the face. The janitor ran down to try to help the principal with the shovel in hand and began trying to scoop him from the chair. This prank had really made my day. The day when Jay's narrative began. My first prank got 600 likes and 14,000 views on YouTube. Not as much as I would like, but at least it got some laughs in the comment sections from various peers that had attended our school in the last few years to some strangers making fun of it as well. This prank was called Principal Goes Mad Over a Glue Chair. This had my friends posting it all over social media, and they got a huge attention for it. Like if you and my friends never said I had been the one behind this. Before I had posted this up, and this one before I had changed my YouTube name so I won't be in sort of any trouble for these pranks. I just pulled I pulled the ice bucket from Maxine's head to pin glue on my principal's chair. These pranks had not only laugh, but a bigger audience that I would have ever think I would have with only 2 videos up. I was close to hitting 1 million subscribers count that I never saw becoming reality. Principal began so naive, I began feeling invincible about pulling these pranks. Like these two. I felt on top of the world because of all the prank content I had brought to the world of YouTube. I also am lucky that Diego has some good editing skills. He had managed to alter my voice or some type of mixture he had on his setup at his place. Thanks to him, I feel like the prank queen, and I feel no one can stop me from doing this. I am Madeline Hamilton. This was my pranks at school. So that was pranks at school, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Dedicated to Fool's Day, which is today. So make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn the notification bell to other videos. Like I said, comment April 1st or April Fool's Day for a notification shout out for the next video. You know what I'm saying? This is your boy Quinn signing off for another video. Till next time. Peace. Peace out.